sound better.
Okay, these chords and chord progression is very, very nice, but I would put something here and like here because, you know, the gaps are too big. So for that, I want to make another very nice organic kind of xylophone sound. So what we want to do is obviously just copy the MIDI from here and make some slight changes to it. So let's listen it back how they sound. So this already sounds a lot better, obviously not with this sound, but I think it's cool. So one more thing to do is like dropping the bass higher a little, like to this one, and maybe adjust, like making it a little different, like humanize it. If you want to step it forward, you can, for example, just tweak other notes, you know, just make some humanization to it, like something like this. Okay, cool, and let's do the same with the other note, on the other chord. Drop it a little back, and, you know, just tweak the starting positions of these notes. So it sounds a lot more human now. Yeah, it's very, very nice. Okay, let's go and design this sound, and obviously, oops, not this one, but this one. So obviously we don't want a saw wave, but more like, again, an analog BD. So you may wonder that why do we always use this analog BD sign, and this is because this is the best sound to tweak and create a very organic and soft instrument out of this. So a sine wave can be useful for very, very different purposes, but for these lo-fi things, it's just very, very handy. Okay, so the first thing again is to set the main envelope, so to create an instrument-like sound by pulling back the decay to about 500, pulling down the sustain to about -17, and add some huge decay, release, like 1.2 or something like that seconds. So something like this. Maybe you can tweak the decay a little more. Okay, this is fine. Now we need to tweak this. For example, let's dropping up the octave to 1. Yeah, it's a lot better. And add some more harmonics to it. It is very important. So let's go to the filters. And with the flange filters, we can create very, very nice results. So let's go like flanger L6 plus and crank up the resonance, obviously. And we don't want to filter the flanger type. So this is why we don't want to have the LP frequency pulled back, but pulled up to the maximum. But we need a pitch track, so it will sound very natural. And now let's tweak the cutoff until we find some cool sound. Yeah, I think this sounds like more like a xylophone or something. Let's go to the noise and add some attack to it. So the kicks and you know, attack kicks and metal kick, like metal kick 1. Make it one shot. Maybe the second one is a little better. So let's pull back the level. So we don't want to make it very, very loud. But it definitely adds some nice touch to it. Yeah, cool. So now go to the fix. And again, what we want to do is use an equalizer, chop off the very lows. I mean, to make it a little like lo-fi sound by decreasing the high and low frequencies. Yeah, something like that. And maybe we want to add another filter to add even more overtones to it. So let's go and in the miscellaneous choose the comp filter. I don't know, for me it sounds a little more organic, and some reverb to the end. Okay, now let's see how they sound together. Cool, this is very nice. Let's call it xylophone or xylophone. And in the next video, we're going to make another similar sound, like let's call it a steel drum, to add some nice melody drips here and there.